Happy birthday, Kooper! This is the official birthday video for this channel for 2012. My birthday was actually on November 18th. It is now about 10 days from then, so I was a little bit late on getting these, and even later on opening them. But anyway, we're going to open today 2 boxes of Plasma Gale. Now, if you've only seen American booster boxes, you're probably aware that, slap them together, and that's maybe roughly the size of a US box. Well, Japanese boxes are #1 cheaper, #2 have fewer packs, and #3 have fewer cards in the packs. But the difference is that each one of these boxes has the same box ratios as American boxes, more or less. So you're actually getting way more bang for the buck. You don't get crap commons. You don't get flooded with commons because there's only 5 cards in a pack. I guess I shouldn't bother talking about the box ratios that they're expected because you guys are about to see them. For protecting things, we have these sleeves. I think they're KMCs. So we'll slide anything good in there, and then I'll put a top loader over on top of it as well. So that's how we'll be doing protections over the course of this video. And this is officially my first time ever opening any Japanese cards. Actually, I don't actually own that many. So let's look at the box. It is for sale in Japan only, but we were able to obtain it nonetheless. Some Lugia silhouettes. This light part is actually pretty good. Okay, so let's open. Actually, for that matter, this is actually the first box I've ever opened too. I never buy boxes of U.S. cards, and I don't want to damage this box. Come on. Come on. Come on. We may need to get sharp appendages. Or actually, there we go. We have a pencil that's pointy enough to rip a hole. It's a pretty tough plastic, actually. I don't know how tough the plastic wrapping is on American boxes, but it's pretty darn sturdy on these. It does not rip easily. Alright, there we go. I guess we'll go and get this one open as well. Why not? So yeah, there's only there's 20 packs per box, is that right? 20 packs per box and 5 cards per pack. So those of you who are able to do math can figure out that that's 100 cards per pack. So we're going to be opening 200 cards here. And one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and get these 2 boxes for this set was I wanted a pretty full art Skyla, and I realized, for the price of one of those, I could probably just get a box anyway and have a chance to pull one. And then I looked and realized, oh, hey, actually, like, every single ultra rare from this set, pretty much, is something I would not mind having. All the EXs in the set are good. Unfortunately, the Zapdos and Moltres EX that are will probably be in Plasma Storm in February, are not quite as good. But we'll send this one over here, and we have these ready. Okay, so let's see how we open this. It's got a little tab here, if you can notice, which I take to be for actually displaying this in a store. Let's see if we can open it like such. Part of this is the box opening itself and not even the packs. Okay, so we do that. And then this does like such. Totally using these for like store cards into. Yes. So there's how it gets displayed at at your typical retail store. You guys, there's not enough distance really to see that, but you get the idea. Anyway, bada bing. Now you'll notice that these packs are pretty thin. That is because, like Dragon Vault, they have 5 cards each. That's so many packs. All right, let's see what we get. We're going to open all of these on camera. What is this? Does it actually list the contents? Super rare, uncommon, and common. It doesn't tell about ultra rares, which I believe are the full arts and stuff. Totomo mezurashi Kira Kado. Kira, I'm assuming, is the Kira Sparkle, aka holographic sense, and not Kira as in killer. No Death Note references, but anyway, it looks like that's telling you the number of. Here, I'll zoom in. Looks like that's telling you the number of each card. I can't confirm that right now, but that adds up to 40 plus 20 plus 10. That adds up to 40, that adds up to what, 70, which I think is about the number of cards in this set. So oh, look at that. They got the energy symbols under the flaps. That's kind of nice. All right. Well, since we got plenty of these, also they're all the booster packs have the same art. So you only get one booster pack art. That's probably why they have to make it really cool. So wow, this makes the American packaging look horrible. Look how tough this plastic is. Like the plastic on the box itself was hard enough, but I'm gonna have to go get my scissors to cut open some of these things. Obviously moving the cards out of the way, and we get a. Of course, Japanese cards have a different back, so you know, they switched to this around the time of the Versus set, I believe. What is this? Black Kirumi X. That's probably the Battle Strength Dex, right? Batoru Kyoka? Batoru Kyoka? Is that what it says? Here, zoom in. I think that's what it says. Batoru Kyoka. Can you guys read the furigana? That's the only thing I can read. Batoru Kyoka Deki. Yeah, that must be Battle Strength Dex. Telling you, so it's see, Japan puts advertising cards in their packs, and they're 5-card packs, so that's. But no, we can't advertise leagues or anything in ours. All right, so as you know, right off the bat, we see a common card, and even the common cards have these smexy blue borders that they better keep in the U.S. set, or I'm going to be upset because these blue borders are awesome, and they even feel different. They kind of have this like glossy finish. Like they feel way different. Look at that amazing. The plasma watermark, by the way, is like just absolutely beautiful. It looks like it pops out. Look at that. That's incredible. So there's Drudagon. I think I actually had some sort of deck idea with that Drudagon, but I forget what it was. Ralts. This one's probably going to replace the old one. It has a flip for Paralyze. Maractus. Ooh, Plasma. Of course it's Plasma. Poison Hypnotic Ray. What is that? Dokusirene Kosen? Yes. And the rare slot has a. I shouldn't say a rare slot. It actually has an uncommon. So you'll notice that even though this was a great uncommon, you'll notice that there is no rare card in here. Now this happens because there are no actual rare cards in the set. And actually, hang on. I'm going to go grab my scissors. All right, there we go. That should make things a little bit easier. Of course, we'll make sure that the cards are not going to get cut. That would be a travesty, but this will make it way easier to extract them from the pack, as plastic is kind of really tough. So I guess we're going to get a lot of these. This does not have very good card stock, by the way, as opposed to these, which have stellar card stock. Even the backs are glossy. Wow. Such better quality. So here's an Aaron. No, we're not going to do the Scream. Although I am probably going to Scream if we get a full art Skyline. Yes, full art Skyline. That's the Skyline that's in this. Riolu. Ooh, there we go. Gale. That is a rare. And we still get an uncommon as well. So it looks like rares just randomly replaced one of the uncommons. Is that right? This pack had 2 uncommons, right? Yes, had 2 uncommons. So it's typically 3 rares, 2 uncommons, and sometimes an uncommon becomes a rare. Now, as you can see, unlike the US cards, the foil goes all over to the borders, which actually makes me like this foil pattern. The way it is on the US cards, where it's only on the picture, it just sucks. Because the foil pattern in and of itself is not that good, but when it is overlaid on the borders, it just looks so much better. This Gale, for those of you who don't know what it does, who have been reading card spoilers for reasons or other, of course 140 HP. I think is this the first Psychic type Gale? I think it's the first Psychic type Gale that evolves from Kirlia. I know Gale Yom was Psychic type because of Lucian. But anyway, the first attack is 20 damage times the number of energy you have attached to all your Pokemon. So obviously with the Psychic Mirage and Gardevoir, that doubles it to lots. The second attack does 80, and I think it's like Whirlwind, so not so hot, but pretty good. Let's like check conditions. Oh yeah, looking good. All right, let's peel out some of these. Since this is just a normal rare holo, I'm not gonna slip doing it again. I'm not gonna slip a thing over it. But there we go. Our first Japanese holo I've ever opened on my own is Gale, and I'm trying to decide if this card's gonna be any good or not. This is by the way, does that make it any better? No, that makes it even worse. Alright, yeah, this is Plasma Grunt. It's basically the same thing as some of the other cards like Rocket's Mission, Team Aqua, Schemer, things like that, where you discard one card from your hand. I think that actually requires you... Yeah, that actually requires a Plasma card discard. The rest of them are like, draw 3 cards, but if you discarded one of the ones we want you to, then you draw 4. Let's see, we got a Cubchoo, Behem, which I think this second attack moves 6 damage counters from your side to their side, so that's pretty interesting. Clefairy, that is a Beartic, and a Cherum. I think that heals... Once per turn you can heal 20 from one of your pokes with a grass energy attached. So, you know, I don't know, I thought maybe it could be decent in Darkrai Hydreigon, because you can, of course, count the blend energies that you can move around as grass energies, so you can heal who you want. So that's something to think about. There's a baby Aaron. Fungus. I actually have a deck with this guy and his Amoonguss coming up too. Another Durant. And Plasma Magnezone. Look how awesome that looks with the blue holographic borders. This guy's ability is Double Brain, and it lets you play 2 supporter cards in a turn, which is pretty nice. So, and his attack, 80, and you switch him out with one of your benched, kind of like Excelgar or Ninjask. So that's got some potential combinations with Gothitelle and maybe Flygon, things like that. And this is called Fable, which I'm sure is going to be a rare in the US set. It's kind of nice. The ability is you can flip a coin of heads, you get to evolve one of your Pokemon from the deck. And at first, we thought it translated to you can evolve a Pokemon that you... wait, no. Or no. At first we thought it was you can evolve it again after this takes effect, but what it was you can evolve a Pokemon you just laid down this turn. So, Magnezone, Plasma. Pretty good. Yeah, this cutting the things off at the bottom makes it way easier. Way easier. And even then it still tries to get stuck. Wow. Alright, Kaneko AO Togepi. I'll go ahead and move the from that pack over there. There is a Elgium, Lombre. Oh! There we go now. Lugia EX, the poster boy for the set. And there he is. And a Color's Machine, his partner in crime, Color's Machine, coming in behind him. There it is. Lugia EX, 180. I've used them in a couple of my test games so far. Looks nice, looks very nice. The foil pattern is actually pretty much the same as the US cards. It just looks crisper somehow. Just looks better. I mean, I'm going to touch it since I don't really resell or trade much, so I guess that's okay to touch it. Just to make sure there's no like extra texturing on them. There we go, Lugia EX. Only fitting that's the first Japanese EX I pull. And we're going to slip him in a penny sleeve from above. That way you don't get dust that comes in at the top. Get it? It makes perfect sense. We're going to throw these... I guess we can throw the old packs here in the box itself. Put EXs over there. Alright. And Color's Machine. Energy acceleration and item is always really good. I'm gonna have so many of these. I'm gonna have 40 of those to contend with. See, TPCI, why can't we have marketing things like advertising league and organized play in general? Because Japan does it. But then again, Japan does a lot of awesome things that the US does not, so. Alright, let's keep opening away. There we go, there's a Plasma Lipard. First attack is a killer, Silent Claw. Silent Claw. You look at your opponent's hand, and there's a supporter card there. It's basically like Portrait and an attack, except instead of the card remaining in your opponent's hand, it gets discarded. So, you also have the hazards of, oops, I have to Juniper. I don't believe there's a you may clause on it. So, Lipard, Togetic, Thumbs Up, Chimchar, Plasma Hypnotic Beam, and I can't remember what this thing does. Oh, it's first off, what is its name? Heat More. There we go. Because it eats more Durants. I think the second attack is one of those like discard. Well, I can probably actually read the bloody text. I know enough Japanese to do that. Jibun no Yamafuda no ue kara 4枚 4枚 trash sheet. I guess that's a contraction. I'm too far away to read the furigana. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it's discard top 4 cards of your deck, 50 damage times the number of fire energy discarded. So of course that would be great if it didn't cost 4 fire. Otherwise you could make some sort of a quad deck with it. Well, actually, I suppose you could use Ether and run 2 or 3 of those guys. I don't know if I'd run a full 4. But you know, another one of those quirky decks like that. There is some nice Magnemite art. Plasma Watchog. Cobalion EX. There's our second EX for this pack. First attack, it is 30. It's basically Garchomp's Mock Cut, except it's on a basic and it only does 30. So I think that's a decent trade. And of course, well, we're not going to open any Plasma Klinklangs because that's only in the Plasma Power deck. The second attack is pretty much your Sigilyph killer. Hagane no Dangan. Steel Bullet does 100 damage. Doesn't apply anything, I believe, even weakness. So there's our second EX. And the Monferno as well. So our 2 EXs for this box are some pretty good ones. The other one, of course, we're hoping to pull is Articuno. Articuno and Victini are the other 2 EXs from this set. Hopefully we'll get all 4 in one form or another. Normal print or full art print. Go into the top loader, Cobalion. Go into the top loader. It's not a top loader. Why am I calling it a top loader? Probably because I'm loading it from the top. I will probably put the full arts and top loaders at some point when we pull them. But I don't have a good... That's like not going in there, like... That's not playing nicely, but I'll make it play nicely later. It's in there, it's fine for right now. The card itself is fine. Even these packs look nice, like, serious. Alright. Maractus. Oh, this is these shinies. So we got a rare. Garbodor Plasma. Yep, there's our rare. It is a Togekiss, which this card kind of disappoints me because it's basically an inferior Gothitelle. Um, if you remember the old Raiko Ente Suicune with the legendary body or whatever it was from Neo Revelation, the non-holo ones, it basically gives that to all your Pokemon. Basically, your opponent's item cards can't affect your guys. So things like Catcher, Crushing Hammer do absolutely nothing. But why would you do that when you could just lock them out of items entirely with Gothitelle? You get, what, 10 more HP and an attack that only costs 1 energy, which does 30 damage, and you draw until you have 6. Eh. And Plasma Frigate as well, which it's a pretty good stadium. It removes weakness from anything that has a plasma energy attached, whether it's a plasma Pokemon or not. So that's one thing I've really found myself liking about the plasma stuff. I think it's probably going to become my favorite of the like evil team / owner mechanics that they've had. I mean, they can't do much worse than SP that because it still rewards evolution. Most of them are evolutions except for the EXs, and the benefits to the stuff can be used by non-plasma stuff as well. It's just not quite as good. Here's this Zubat, which, why does that have Zekrom kill me written all over it? Makes me sad. Another Liepard, another Plasma Frigate, and the Golbat corresponding to that. So yeah, nice how even you think of things like this that are certainly going to be uncommon in the US sets are just still commons. You know, like I don't think we're going to see any common cards that are plasma, since they're mostly evolutions, or stuff like Druddigon, which would probably end up being a rare anyway. We got a Cubchoo, a Dodrio, Turtwig. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh yes, yes, the money card, shiny. Can I touch it? Is that legal under Alabama state law? Oh my gosh, guys, shiny Charizard, shiny Charizard, shiny Charizard. We're gonna look at the like conditions, like corners, edges. This is epic. This is well, not quite as epic as a first edition Charizard pull, but yeah, look at this thing from angles. It's also the first shiny card I have ever had at all. And shiny Charizard. Put him in the sleeve. Very carefully now. Very carefully, shiny Charizard. Okay, so that's already extremely exciting. I forget exactly how much these tend to go for on the eBay, but you know, I'm not a huge Charizard fan, so I don't know. Maybe I will try to sell that one. But still, that's freaking amazing. So shiny Charizard, that probably almost covers the price of these 2 boxes already. Shinies, I think, are still roughly. Oh, and by the way, lost in the Charizard is Ludicolo, who recovers 20 damage between turns. So, but who cares? Because we got shiny Charizard. All right, so that officially made the video right there. That makes it a good video. Well, on top of that, we had this is honestly probably about the best box we could have had so far. I mean, Lugia EX, Cobalion EX, and shiny Charizard. Alright, we got Rotom, Purloin, another Ralts, another Clefable, and Plasma Grunt. I don't care if the rest of these don't have a holo rare. We just pulled shiny Charizard. Like, legit pulled shiny Charizard. Like, mint condition. You guys saw that, right? You guys saw that. Alright, Togetic, Amoonguss. Got a deck coming up with this Plasma Amoonguss too. There is a Weezing. This Weezing, when he gets knocked out, he mills 3. And I believe for PC, Wide Smog does 20 spread. So you kind of get some Kyurem-esque action going on. While at the same time, if he gets knocked out, you know, he only gives up 1 prize. He's got 100 HP. He mills 3. So, could be decent. Attacks for 1 energy with Gardevoir Next Destinies. So, oh, and yeah, they gave us another Simisear. But this one's actually not so bad. The second attack is basically, it only has a base damage of 40 as opposed to 50, but it's the same as Keldeo EX's Secret Sword on a 90 HP guy. So, ooh, yeah, I load all my energy onto him, but he just dies. But he only goes up one prize, so, I don't know. I could see it working as some sort of a cheap deck, because Embors are pretty cheap. That thing, of course, is going to be pretty cheap, so I can see that working for a budget version of Blastoise Keldeo, except, you know, that thing doesn't have step in. Alright, this pack we get a Moon or Fungus. I always get those mixed up. Oh, looks like we got another holo. That guy. And, oh, that's perfect. Chimchar to Infernape. What does this do? 120 damage, and I believe you discard all energy attached to him. Sounds right. There's Zimbu on there. このポケモンについているエネルギー、Subete. There's a Subete on there. Subete is all. So, yeah. And Torterra. So, we already had, of course... Oh, how come Torterra is an uncommon while Infernape gets to be the rare holo? That's not fair. That's not fair to Turtle kind. But then again, I guess right now... No, not that. The TCG's being pretty fair to Turtle kind as it is right now with Blastoise onto the scene. So, yeah, both of those are Plasma. Of course, we had Empoleon from Dark Explorers. So, Empoleon already got his day. And I think we're still waiting on Swampert and Sceptile. So there's a good chance they could be in one of the next couple sets. All the first gen guys have gone. Second gen probably won't get printed because, you know, we just had the HS block prior to Black White. There is a Fampi, Roll Tide, Coughing, it's Aaron, that's all I care about. So some similar stuff to the previous pack in that one. I forget what exactly this Torterra does. It's not horrible, but it's not that good, so that's all you need to know. No, I actually do need to know more than that, because if you only know what the really good cards do, how are you going to make rogue decks? Right. Alright, we got a Clefairy, Cherim, or no, Cherubi, that's what that one is. Cherim's the evolved form. Little Green Man, a Donphan, and a Colress. I'm actually, I'm not used to seeing this art on Colress, because of course I have my, my one that I made that's, what is the optimal distance here? Okay. I'm used to my art for Colress that mimics Imposter Professor Oak. So, it's weird for me to see him with that art. And maybe we'll get... We still haven't pulled a full art, anything, really. And we also have not pulled an ace spec, so we'll probably do one of those, I would imagine. And let's see. We'll also have to look and see what spot it appears in. So there's a Durant. Oh, is there some shininess in there? Oh, speaking of ace specs, there you go. There's probably the best one from this set. Although, is that kind of bent? Might be. Arguably the best one from this set. Scramble Switch, which I kept thinking is... It's like, I wonder if that's going to be translated as eject button, but I checked and it's not the same as the eject button item in the game. It is the baton pass switch, pretty much. You get the switch, and whoever you bring active, you can transfer as much energy as you want to them. So I've used it in a couple of test games, and it is pretty nice, what is this officially considered? Rare? Okay. So it looks like it just occupies the normal rare slot. Of course, ace specs in the US sets occupy the rare holo slot, which is pretty alright. I have no problem with that, and you know, in Japan, they all the cards have foils after the borders. At least they did keep the foil after the borders on the US ace spec cards. I did grab my 4 computer search that I was able to pre-order off Troll and Toad for $5. I did get those successfully, so yay. And did I... Okay, there we go. I'm not cutting far enough, apparently. We got a Lombre, Druddigon, Patrat, Ludicolo, and Colress Machine. Hopefully we'll get a playset of Color's machine, and I can actually, like, halfway make that deck legit. I say halfway because, you know, obviously we can't actually use Japanese cards. Let's see, there's... I almost called him Baopu, which is his Japanese name. Whatever that dude's name is. I'm so bad on some of the 5th gen folks. Alright, we see some shininess after we put that Magnemite off. There is a Lucario. His ability is actually kind of nice because of the Plasma Kling Klang. If he's got a metal energy on him, he's also metal type. Now, why is that cool? Because metal types are protected from EX damage from EXs, I should say, if the Plasma Kling Klang's in play. And of course, with the Kling Klang Black-White, we can move energies around. So, speaking of Plasma, there is Plasma Energy. Those awesome blue borders, so good. So it's like it's gold borders in the back, blue borders normally. That's awesome. And his attack is kind of like Shaman EX. Actually, it is the same as Shaman EX, except the base damage is 30 more, and it costs 1 more colorless energy. And it's evolved, but only gives up 1 prize, so that is good. Could be something useful. Fighting type is still pretty good in terms of hitting stuff for super effective damage. So I wonder if we got a shiny Charizard in this box. I don't care if we don't get a full art. It was worth it for the shiny Zard. All right, Zubat, Maractus, Aaron, Gokazaru is... I'm trying to say their Japanese names because I keep seeing Kana. Once again, we get those two in the same pack. This time they're middle stages. And last pack for this box. See if we got a full art in here, or if the ultra rare over there decided to replace it, which if so would be fine. Duo, okay, Plasma Energy, and Kirlia. Alright, so, we could have pulled nothing, even the stacks, like, it was a stack, it feels better. So there's those, so Ultra Rares, this needs to be, this feels just puffy, I'm going to switch it out. So, Ultra Rares, we have Lugia EX, and I'm actually going to transfer that to the, one that Lugia has because it's actually fitting better. This is like probably the best. Outside maybe when I pulled and still have it in my room right now. Outside maybe the Shining Charizard from Next Destinies, which if I recall I actually pulled like while I was in a store. Like not a gaming store, like I was going to get my mom in a clothes store and was for some reason opening did I say Next Destinies? Neo Destiny. For some reason was opening Neo Destiny packs in like a clothing store, and pulled Shining Charizard. Okay, apparently maybe these are just thicker than Ultra Pros. That's the problem. Well, whatever. Anyway, these are a little bit bubbly, but I guess they'll be fine. So there's our Ultra Rares, or well, Super Rare, and then yes, this is an Ultra Rare. This is probably a $60+ card easily. I don't like how they're whatever. So there's that. And then our holos, A-Spec, Scramble Switch, Lucario. I can't even say their English names right now. Lucario, Infernape, Weezing, Togekiss, Magnezone, and Gale. Pretty good. Pretty good box. Alright, we'll put these over here. Do a little bit of cleanup. So yeah, I have plenty of these info cards that I guess they're, what are they advertising? I think they're just talking about the plasma mechanic. One thing to definitely note about the plasma mechanic, for those of you not familiar with it, it's simply a label on the card, very similar to the Delta Species Pokemon. You can evolve it to, well, we can't evolve from, because all plasma cards are fully evolved. so there is no evolving from it. But all plasma cards are fully evolved, so the basic forms do not have plasma on their card. I was about to say in their name, but you know, so we might see some of the U.S. Thrasing be like Pokemon with plasma on its card. That's Team Plasma on its card. That's the way I've been translating them in whatever works I do. Alright, here's the second box. No full arts yet, but Shiny Charizard was Zeta better than that, so I wasn't even expecting a shiny, because I think shinies are still like 1 per 3 boxes, so alright, even the packs are like really cushy. There's plenty of cushion. I'm gonna try opening the see, this flap is kind of small, and that's what kind of makes it hard to tear. I guess you can do this. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but plastic is way better. Well, it's leaps and bounds better than what they had for Dragons Exalted. But anyway. Oh, actually, this is advertising the Team Plasma theme deck instead of the Black Kyurem deck. So I guess they switch it up when it advertises. Alright, second box start. Behem, Lombre, Purloin. We're probably going to go a little bit faster on this one now that you guys have seen some of these cards already. That's the third Plasma Energy, I believe. So we're racking up a play set of those. Yeah, see, this one advertises the Black Kyurem, White Kyurem Battle Strength decks instead. Okay, Rotom, ooh, shiny. It is another Lucario. Goods, goods. You do these like that. There we go. Nice and easier to pull out. Alright, another one of this Lucario. Again, the attack similar to Shaman EX. Turtwig, Kaneko Togepi, Lipard, Roll Tide, and Bear. Roll Tide and Bear. See what I did there? Some of you might. Right, Trubbish. What does that do? Oh, I think this does, PC does 20 damage times the number of tools in play. So that could be pretty nice. A Moongus, another Scramble Switch, and another Bear. Scramble Switch, I guess dowsing, it would have been nice to get a dowsing machine as well. But Scramble Switch, definitely in the top 2 ace specs in this set. I think the only other one is Victory Piece, which kind of sucks. It gives Victini EX only, his attacks are all costless, like Yan Mega Prime. But I don't know why you ever really want to do that, because the only attack you should be using costs 1 fire energy. Ooh, there we go. There's Plasma Crobat and Golbat to go along with it. And what does this guy do? He does, first off, his ability lets you draw a card once per turn, which is always something, a nice bonus to have, but not something that makes it worth running in and of itself. Free Retreat, and PCC does 40, and the poison damage is 40 poison damage. So that is quite brutal. It's essentially PCC for 80, and if they don't switch out, then, well, they're, yeah, probably dead by their next turn. Unless they're an EX, in which case you can use Burbank City Gym to make it deal, what? It'll do, no, it'll do 100 per round. So, yeah, I think that would be, let's see, 40, it would, the poison would rack out, no, it would rack out 120, what am I thinking? 40 damage from the poison, and then it would rack out a total of 120 by the time it got around to your next turn. So, yeah, that's just kind of just short of killing EXs then, which would be the perfect time to do it, going into your turn. But, you know, plus power might make it happen. There is the 4th Plasma Energy, so I actually have a playset of those. I can just use those in my my stuff now, if I want to, and I probably will. Alright, Aaron, look how bloody glossy these things are. Like, I know even, like, US cards will do that too, but still, they're so glossy. You can just feel it. Durant, Lotad, ooh, Manaphy, and a 5th Plasma Energy. The Manaphy, when it gets knocked out, it gives you a computer search. You can search for any card and put it in your hand, I think, which is not too bad. What does the attack do? I think it's flip 3 coins. For each heads, you get to search your discard pile for a water energy card and attach it to one of any of your bench Pokemon. So, I don't know. Could be some sort of like early energy accelerator for a Keldeo deck if you wanted to go a heavy count of Juniper or something like that. I think I've got 2 Juniper in mind right now. I've become very Juniper averse recently. There we go, Articuno. Oh yeah, Articuno EX. If you have watched the Eternal Freeze that I have posted, you know what this thing does. Actually, if you watched that or the Blastbird one. PCC for 60, spreads 10, and second attack is the main attraction. It is 80 damage, and if he has this rat here attached to him, automatic paralyze. Automatic paralyze. No questions asked. Just, you're paralyzed. But if your name is Keldeo EX, or you have a Keldeo on the bench, no problem. So, like, it's nice at with a different card pool, it would probably be excessively broken. But the card pool right now is such that it is not really broken. Alright, Clefairy. Okay. Nothing to write home about there. I'm hasty in the cutting now too. It's gonna be bad if I... Well, actually, probably if I took scissors to these cards, they probably wouldn't even cut. Oh, I see prettiness. And our future Watchog. What is this? It is a Giratina. Giratina Plasma. And that Snorlax that I was thinking about running. Snorlax is 5 energy required, but that's what Color's Machine in DC are for. Does 30 damage times the number of Plasma Pokes you have in play. So it could actually knock out an EX. You get 6 Plasma Pokes in play. It's 180. And his ability is, it would be great if not for the way you can just catch her around it. His ability locks retreat as long as he's active, so that's pretty cool. This thing actually just got released as a full art in some, in like the Plasma gift set. But PCC for 50 does 100 if they have any status conditions, and PPCC for 90, and they discard a card from their hand. I hope this doesn't like creep anyone out, how I just know what these cards do. Like, by the way, although I know some Japanese, I don't know it well enough to translate cards properly, so I'm just speaking off memory from Poke Beach translations. Mungus, Ralts, Riolu, a Clefable. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting the Golbat is an uncommon, because, we have decent cards like this Amoonguss that are common, and I keep thinking, oh, that should be a common too, but it's not. Maybe because it's a 3-stage evolution line, they made the, I guess that makes sense. If it's got a stage 2, well, no, actually that doesn't, because then you're just saying the entire evolution line is common for guys like Fungus. Makes them sad. There's Turtwig, Garbodor. Ooh, there we go. Full art Cobalion EX. I'm gonna give him a feel. Ooh, okay. It's not ridges, but like you can feel, like right here, on his this part, like you can feel the texture is different. Here, you guys can probably hear that, as opposed to. Here, let me get it up closer to the microphone. Versus. Sweet. Okay. I probably shouldn't be rubbing cards that are like expensive-ish, but anyway, so there's Full Art Cobalion EX. I'm not a big fan of the Musketeer Trio anyway, but you know, I'll certainly take it. It is metal type, so that makes Jasmine happy. Okay, so apparently some of these are just like inconsistently sized. That's a bother. Stupid penny sleeves. I think it'll fit in this one though. Yes, sir. Alright, so the only EX we're missing so far is Victini. And we also don't have any full art supporters. I don't know if those typically, if it's like one full art or like usually you do get one full art supporter. Because I know they're a little bit wonky in the US release. There's another Togekiss and Magneton, illustrated by the same guy who illustrated Electric Maho, which is Japanese for magic. You guys didn't know that? Which reminds me of one of my gateways into Japanese, which was Maho Sentai Magiranger. Panseer, that's your name. Up another chorus, and why? I'm having like horrible. If I wasn't looking at Japanese cards, I think I could remember their names better. Monferno, there we go. Alright, Druddigon, Zubat, Cherubi, yes, Cherubi, Torterra, and Donphan. Alright, we're down to the last 4 packs, I think. We have a big mess over here, so I'm going to have to clean up at a later time. No, that's Scrafty. Oh, there we go. Okay, so 2 ace specs in this box. I guess that would make up for not getting full art Skyla, maybe. This is Dowsing Machine. This is probably going to be the #1 rival to Computer Search. For those of you who remember what Item Finder does, well, this is Item Finder. It lets you get any trainer card. Right, let's look and see if we can see the Thrace. Where is it? Right here. This says Torrenas. Torrenas. Now, what is that? Well, that's trainers. Yes, there's an apostrophe, yes, because it's supposed to be like, you know, a trainer's goods, which we know as items, a trainer's, where'd you go, Chorus? A trainer's support, you know, things that belong to a trainer. Well, in the sense that you have someone, a person belong to you. You can, you know. Okay. I really can't remember poke names, so we're just going to kind of speed up here. Another Commerce Machine, I think that makes 4. So I actually have most of the Plasma Engine hanging out. There will, of course, be more Plasma stuff in Ross and Knuckle Ride and Force. There's another Weezing. And I'm actually out of these, so that's fantastic. I guess we'll have to, well, wait, yeah, I need to keep some of those available for things, so I'll probably switch these over to some other sleeves later. Second to last pack. Still holding out hope for maybe a full art supporter. Although I think we still have, well, we did have the second ace spec, so I guess that would make up for not having a Victini EX. Another Plasma Frigate as well. And the last pack, I'm gonna cut off the top of this one, just to be different. And these apparently retail for 158 yen, which is little under $2, maybe? Maybe? Alright. Lipard, Patrat, Chimchar, Cherrim, and Poison Hypnotic Beam. Alright, so that we'll do that. Guess we can look through and check out the trainers we got out of 2 boxes. Yeah, I really hope they keep these blue borders. The blue borders, also one of the reasons I wanted to pick up. I say that as if it was a casual thing to do. Wanted to order these from Japan because there's really no guarantee that they're going to keep the blue borders for the U.S. cards. I really hope they do. It's also really handy when when you're thumbing through your deck. It helps you to identify. Oh, there's a plasma card for sure because it's got blue borders. So it helps you to identify that, which is very handy. Plasma Energy, a Chroma Machine. Plasma Frigate. It's at least 3 of those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got 4 Colorless Machine. And I think we got 3 Poison Hypnotic Beam too, which I don't think I'd run 4. So, alright, so there's all the trainers we got. It's not quite a playset of everything, but we actually got probably a practical playset anyway. Well, except for Colorus. I think we got a practical playset of anything important. Yeah, like I don't think I'd want to run 4 Poison Hypnotic Beams. We did get 4 Colorus Machine and 2 Plasma Frigate. I probably wouldn't play more than that. And is that 5? Yes, 5 Plasma Energies. Goods. Of course, people like me prefer to see the okay, what trainer cards are in the set. I don't care about the Pokemon, but of course the kids who Pokemon's marketed to care way more about the Pokemon. Alright, so as for the holos we got, again, as you guys saw, there's no rare cards in the set, only rare holos. And of course the heightened rarity things, so let's go ahead and put the ace specs out. There we go. So we got 2 Scramble Switch and a Dowsing Machine, which apparently this one's sort of replaced an EX, which I'm a little bit sad about, but I guess that's okay. It's sort of pointless to have 2 of these. Maybe I can actually trade one. Who knows? So we have Wheezing. Here, let's try to, because I know I got multiples of some of them. Try to stack them. We got Wheezing, Togekiss, Giratina, Manaphy, Crobat, Lucario, Gallade, Jibacoil, Magnezone, Wheezing. I think it was Wheezing and Togekiss, and Lucario that we get doubles of. I'm not sure what all the holos are in the set. So I'm not sure if that is I have doubts that that's the complete, all the holos, normal holos, well, rare holographics in the set. But 3 ace specs, it's pretty good. And our heightened rarity stuff, we did get these 3 as normal EXs. 1 full art out of 2 boxes, but all made worth it by Shiny Charizard. I could probably sell this and get 3 more boxes if I wanted to, which I might because I do fancy a full art Skyla. But yeah, so that was pretty nice birthday present. We're gonna hear no. You get to go at the top. You're the crown jewel. This is not symmetrical properly. Here, no. Whatever. Anyway. So I'm pretty satisfied with those pulls. I got 2 of the guys, or 1 of the EXs I really wanted, which was Articuno, and of course, who's not gonna want Lugia? And well, like I said, I would have been satisfied with any of the full arts. Yes, any of the full arts would have been fine. But I can find 0 room to complain any day you pull one of these. That's That's pretty awesome. So, thanks for watching. Wow, this went on like almost 50 minutes. Holy snot. I did not intend for this to go that long. Thanks for watching. Glad we finally got to do this video, get these packs opened. And we will certainly have, well, actually, no, we're probably not going to have anything like this. Not for a long time, anyway. A set as awesome as Plasma Gale doesn't come around very often. But in this case, it was pretty good, and I liked all the ultra rares in the set. So, and Smaxy blue borders are awesome. They really, look at that. Look at that. Is that not amazing? It's amazing. Just blue borders, not gray, not yellow like the American cards. Blue borders. How awesome! Blue borders. They look awesome. TPCI, keep these. Keep these blue borders. Do it. That is it. I have a lot of pack trash to clean up. I'll see you guys for TCG stuff at a later time.